Hello, everybody, and welcome back to yet another juicy TA Escalation cast. Guys, I do apologize. It's been a busy month for me, and I promised I would be casting every day. You know what? I don't have an excuse for myself. No, there is an excuse. There is an excuse. I have an excuse, but it's retardation. I apologize. There's just something wrong with me, right? Like, genuinely, I was born missing a few chromosomes. But guys, look, I'm going to make it up to you, I promise, because I have a big announcement at the end of the video. So stay for that, because you're going to be really excited about something that's just happened, all right? And I have a 5v5 Clown Fiesta on Once Upon a Bully. Look at this. Bully has made his own version of this map once upon a time that we have cast so many games on. We've had so much fun, so many great memories. So I'm sure this one is going to be a banger, as they always are. They always are, these 5v5 games. They can't be anything but a banger. But I'm sure this one is going to be a particularly interesting and fascinating I don't know, descent into madness, descent into insanity, and self-hatred, you know. So, guys, again, 5v5 on this map. I am going to make a big announcement at the end, and yeah. So that's all I have to say. Let's go ahead and see what's going on with the players. Yellow is starting with air first, and I thought Brown was too. Oh, shoot. I don't know who Brown is. I always forget to check. In these 5v5 games, you can't see the name of the Brown player because you take their spot. But we'll figure it out. Here in the bottom right, we have Mr. Wick. In green, we have Mighty Bunny. In yellow, we have Hasano. In light blue, we have Lotnik. And finally, in dark blue, we have the one and only Bully, the creator of the map. Here in pink, we have Stagnation. In dark green, we have Don Zauker? I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm just going to call him Don. Don Juan. We have Don Juan in dark green. Here in brown, like I said, the mystery player. In red, we have Mr. FR. And finally, in purple, we have Art. So, guys, those are our players. Those are our contestants. These are our champions. So, strap yourselves in. This is going to be a match for the history books. Already, Mr. Don Juan with a bit of aggression early on. The flashes and the Jeffies and the levelers to stop it. We do have some early Avengers. No bombers, surprisingly. But I feel horrible. Who am I missing in this? Let's see. Who is Brown? Who is the Brown player? It might be Zuki. Did I mention Zuki? Did I say Zuki's name? No, I think Brown is Zuki. So that is our final player. Mr. Zuki is in brown, and so we have everybody now. And let's have a clean fight. Everyone touch gloves. Everybody sit together and sing Kumbaya, my lord. Orange trying a little bit of shenanigans. But to no avail. It does seem like purple is ready for this. So guys, I genuinely have no idea what to expect from this game. It has been a minute since I've casted. Oh, it's been about a month. But I'm sure that has been a very difficult month for my viewers. I'm sure you guys were crying, tears in your beer. Just so sad, my presence was so felt. It was so missed, I'm so important. But speaking of importance, Yellow getting a little bit of damage done. He will take out all those mexes of dark greens. It's pretty nice fighter micro. I don't think I've really seen this. I like what he's doing here. This early game fighter control in a 5v5, and I'm not sure if I've actually seen it used offensively like that. So we'll have to see if yellow can keep that up. Maybe he'll go to T2 air. He's building a metal storage. But guys, the problem with being the middle player and going air is that your whole base is going to be completely vulnerable to any kind of attack. You can already see... Alright, hang on. We gotta fix the... You can already see that brown is moving down. And, alright, we're gonna panic it. I hate doing this because it destroys the econ graph. Basically, this stops working when you panic. But I had to fix the replay, so... We'll do what we can, my friends. But as I was saying, the problem with going air first, as yellow has, is that he leaves his base completely open to this kind of aggression. So, guys, this is the reason you don't see this many fighters in a 5v5 early on, because I mean, the drawback is that you can't defend yourself. But we'll have to see. I mean, maybe his teammates will bridge the gap. Maybe they'll help him protect himself. We'll see. I do like this. It's creative. I give yellow points for creativity, but I don't know if he's going to get punished for it. It looks like brown is choosing to go west instead, so maybe yellow will be okay. Levelers versus Rockos. This is an interesting dynamic. The Rockers will outrange the Levelers, but brown wasn't microing them that well. He's doing a little better job now. But yeah, so pink has gone into air himself, and then earlier on I thought brown had to, but maybe not. So right now I think the game is just going to progress into the T2 phase mostly uneventfully. Nothing too outrageous has happened so far. Everyone being pretty standard, except for, like I mentioned, yellow. I like his tenacity, going for that advanced aircraft plant right away. So yellow is really playing an air style. Guys, this reminds me a little bit of Forged Alliance. If you guys, if any of you, my viewers, are FAF players, there's always an air in a team game. There's always an air player, and that's always the guy in the back. But FAF maps are different. They're a lot bigger, and they aren't designed like this where everyone is on the same horizontal line, and so there will be a back player. So, like, imagine if instead of 5 players, you know, equidistant from each other, all sorted horizontally on the same plane. If you know, like, let's say the green player was here, you know, and then yellow would be the only player that started in the back, right? And then you'd have the other players starting closer to the middle. And so it's usually the back player in FAF that will go air. There's always a dedicated air player. That's how FAF is played. Because in FAF, air is just so outrageously strong. So if you don't have a player going air, your team's just going to lose. So I like what yellow's doing. It's kind of like a FAF style, man. This back player going air, it's very common in FAF. Pretty much necessary in a team game. But I've never seen it like exactly like this, I think, in Escalation. We do see Mavericks coming down, and yellow doing his damnedest to stop it with his fighters. Orange with his own Maverick. But it looks like some warriors have broken through here, so green and orange with a nice dual-pronged attack, moving up the north side of the map, getting some damage done, hitting the Moho extractor, hitting the spiders and the Maverick. But man, Mavericks are just so good against Pyros. They just eat them alive. Unfortunately, it seems like orange has broken through here. He will get some damage done. This is an effective attack. He's got quite a few warriors left, but there are Mavericks coming out. We've got the fighters moving in. And orange might get surrounded, but he has done a decent amount of damage to the economy. Look at purple's base. It's pretty much been, well, most of it's been erased except for this corner. So nice job by green and orange. That was a very well-timed attack. Guys, teamwork like this does make all the difference. I know in Escalation team games, you know, teamwork is really optional. But you can see how effective it can be in those sorts of situations. Pink moving in here with the Avenger spam. Yellow has lost most of his fighter count, and he's not really rebuilding it that quickly. So Pink is going to have air control for now. Pink has so many more Avengers. I mean, it is like 2 or 3 times as many, and he will wipe out Yellow's Air Force without much of a problem. So guys, right now the game's pretty even, but I do like... Look, green already saying we can't win this. Guys, that just shows how important air control is. Like, having air control really can psych out your opponent. Pink has already kind of made green give up psychologically just by abusing his base with these Avengers. And, like, even... green saying please play land. So I mean, and I sort of agree with green, because if you're gonna go air only, then at least maintain control of the fucking sky. I mean, if this is your whole goal in life and you can't even do it correctly, then, you know, what are you doing? Because as you can see, pink did more than just build air. He is also on sumos, and he's also taken this most of this island. So yeah, Mighty Bunny already giving up. He's frustrated with yellow for going pure air, but then not even maintaining air control, leaving his teammates to try and fight for the land. But in fairness, you know, his teammates are doing a decent job. These triple barrel sumos are incredibly powerful at this phase of the game, and those Mavericks will be pushed out. So I think yellow will eventually get air control back. He can produce the vamps if he needs to. And he is the only player on advanced air right now, so he will have that tech advantage. But it's just a question of whether his teammates can protect him long enough to you know, regain the dominance over the sky. But now blue, who's been pretty quiet this game, finally ready for an attack, maybe? Question mark. We have quite a few Panthers and Tossers, but it seems like they're getting trapped on the terrain here. I don't know if they can even drive up. Oh, there might be one little path right here. But as you can see, there's a bit of a traffic jam trying to get in there. So now Brown moving down with a upgraded Zeus's. You can see they have the shields on their arm. So the upgraded Zeus's and a couple Mavericks for good measure. And again, yellow has not really built anything to defend himself. I guess he does have the gunships. But I'm just surprised that the northern team hasn't pressed this more. I guess green has been defending him, but yellow has been vulnerable this entire time. Green has moved most of his forces up at this tiny pass, and now this western plateau has been mostly decolonized. Now light blue saying that he's dead. I mean, this attack from Brown, very scary, but with the rapiers flying in, they may be able to stop this. I think light blue may have given up a little too early, but these Zeus's are hard to kill. Yellow doing everything he can to keep his teammate alive. Can they kill this army in time? Zeus's have a lot of health, but there are so many gunships. So I think they will clean this up just before it wipes out light blue's base. Of course, it will take out quite a few Moho extractors, so it was effective, but luckily yellow finally participating. And so guys, like I said, yellow just needs time. He is the only player on T2 air, and this could really take over the game. if used correctly. There's just not that much air defense on the ground right now. So aside from what Pink had earlier, I think Yellow may have complete air dominance. Everyone keeps saying they're dead. I don't know if they know. I'm not sure if they're aware of what the definition of dead means, but seems like a bit of an overreaction. Nobody is dead yet. We still have 10 players, all battling it out for all fighting for the eternal glory. Like I said, I do appreciate what Yellow's doing. I like that he's doing something a little unorthodox. So far, the results are mixed. I'm not sure if we can say that this has been a good strategy, but maybe he can change my mind. Maybe he can show me that the FAF style is, in fact, the new meta. Okay, he will fly past all of the defenses here. And there's not much here. Oh no, okay. Oh no, don't go for this base. Any other base, Yellow. Any other base than this. Oh man. Yeah, that was kind of a waste, my friends. That was a waste. Let's see. Arts Commander survives basically without a scratch. So I like Yellow's idea, but I think he could have gone for another base. Like, this base didn't have almost any air defense. There was a couple defenders, but yeah, he went for. No, you know, the Northern team has done a decent job, man. They've got flackers. They've almost every player except Dark Green here had plenty of air defense. So they are covering their bases. This base had 4 flackers, Cobras. So very nice, my friends. Very nice. They will be prepared for that kind of shenanigans. They're not going to die like that. So with that, Yellow will go into Ultra Aircraft Hangar. So he's going to tech up. But again, he's relying on his teammates to protect him. Zuki now moving down with another wave. The first wave almost killed light blue. But Dark Blue still has control of this plateau, and he could move down at any time, theoretically. There's not much defense on the low ground. A neutralizer in production, so could that get finished? And, oh, I do like that Yellow's built all these immolators at the slope here, the entrance. That could be good. That could actually be useful. We'll have to see. Oh no, this is genius. I actually think this is genius. It is going to be such a headache to clear those out that it's just going to force Brown back. He will just be forced back into to retreat. Yellow with the Hurricanes, so he's now switched into the advanced bomber game plan after the gunship game plan didn't work out so well, and again he's moving to T3, but I'm surprised that no one else is moving to T3. Surely. Oh, okay, so Orange is also going into air suddenly. I don't know when Orange switched away from land and decided to go into air, but so both Yellow and Orange are now air players functionally, and so they have the other 3 players are going to have to protect them on the ground, so it's essentially a 3v5 on the ground. Can the Southern team protect their teammates long enough to let the T3 air factories get finished? We have an Ultra K-Bot assembler here at the top right. And we have an almost completed Ultra Vehicle plant. So several players are moving to T3. I think maybe the first person that finished it was it Green? Yeah, I think Green might have been the first to finish it. Oh, and Green going straight for a nuke. That is diabolical. I mean, he's even stopping production on his Ultra K-Bot gantry just to get this nuke out. So, guys, that could be really useful. I mean, that could be a game ender. Let me check out the bases, see if I can find any anti-nukes. Nobody expects a nuke this early on in Escalation 5v5. It's just kind of unheard of. It's almost breaking the gentleman's agreement. Okay, there is this one fortitude, so if he targets pink space, it might not work. But everywhere else, guys, unless I'm missing it, I don't see an anti-nuke anywhere. Anywhere, anyway. On the map, except for pink space. So, but with that said, purple making his attack. He's got the upgraded Zeus's. He's got the anti-air. He's going to give him the business. And like I said before, my friends, Orange totally committed to air, so he has nothing on the ground. Nothing to stop this. He's going to have to build gunships. He's going to have to rely on yellow to bomb his opponent into oblivion. Jeffies are moving down. So this is an interesting situation because, again, the Southern team now on 2 players that are totally air, which means it's functionally a 3v5 on the ground. So can the other teammates protect yellow and orange long enough for this to pay off? I think it will pay off eventually. T3 air is no joke. It is certainly terrifying. This advanced K-Bot lab will die. There's plenty of defenses on the ground, but blue currently laying siege to that. And, oh man, here comes all the peepers. So red just finishing his Ultra K-Bot, or his Ultra vehicle plant for ARM. What a game. What a show. What a battle. I do like what blue's doing, even using the T1 artillery to shell the low ground. Not bad. And red attempting to move down, but green has quite a few sumos. How long can he hold this? Because again, he's doing it by himself. His teammates are really not participating at all. And, oh god. This is starting to look bad for pink. Pink is losing everything. Green now asking for help from the sky. He's realizing this army may be too much for him. He's asking for help from his aerial specialized teammates. Good God, it's starting to look a little bad for green now. Where is the support? Where are the gunships? Where is the close air support? Where are the bombing runs? Here we go, finally. Yellow will show up with a bit of an assist from the sky. Blue making it through with quite a few Panthers. And nothing else. We'll get some scouting information. He's going to find the location of the Ultra Vehicle plant. And that nuke, I'm sure, has been done for a while. So, guys, I'll try to keep an eye on the nuke. Sometimes I miss it. It's not like the game gives you a nuclear launch detected StarCraft style. Or, in FAF, I guess it's strategic launch. There are no warnings. You just have to be paying attention to the big X on the screen. But green is in serious trouble. He's now, like, he's in a 3v1 situation. His 2 teammates are almost useless. But yellow is moving in. He's got some hurricanes. And oh, wow. Red with some nice air defense. He's got some aerial control, but there's always a bigger fish. Orange moving in with the Hawks. He's going to take control back, claiming the sky. So that was very nice. Here comes the nuke. What? Oh, wow. So he launched a nuke somewhere that had nuke defense. It's sad that he didn't even really scout. It's hard to say where that nuke was going. We can never really know, but either way, it got shot down. That was a nothing burger and a half. Orange with his first Tempest, and I mean, this could get something done. There's a decent amount of air support. You've got all kinds of Hawks. So I don't know, this is not bad. This Tempest might actually work. Guys, I said before, if the Southern team can hold on long enough for Orange and Yellow to get their shit together, this could turn very ugly for the Northern team. I think we're approaching that timeline. The first Skynet in construction. Another nuke being built, or at least he started it. Maybe he just changed his mind, but yeah, this is a really interesting scenario. I'm kind of amazed that the Southern team is even holding on in like a 3v5. But then again, not all the players have been applying pressure. I think they're maybe just ecoing up. The teamwork hasn't been as great as it could be. I think if Brown and Red were to move together, they might be able to do it. But now we do have the upgraded Talos. Bright Green has declared several times already that the game is over. I wish I had $1 for every cast where... I wish I had $1 for every player I've ever seen saying the game was over. I would just be rich. I could buy a mansion and go into retirement. Every time an Escalation player said the game was over, when it was far from over, when in fact the game was very much not over. That is just part of the that's part of the entertainment, I think. Part of the entertainment value, at least for me. Maybe my viewers feel the same way. The cries of desperation, the cries of defeat. They sustain me. I'm a vampire for the Escalation player psychology. Here we go. We've got some double barrel behemoths. Where are the triple barrel behemoths? That's what I want to know. The 3 Talos have moved in, but I don't think this is going to work. Red's got too much. That was never going to work. I don't know what Green was doing exactly. I'd like him to keep his stuff on defense for now. He is, again, he's kind of the bulwark for both Yellow and Orange for the time being, until they can finally get their game plan in motion and get that critical mass of air power. But I don't know, are we ever going to get there? I'm kind of losing hope. Oh my god, in fact, Orange is just going to skip T3. He's going straight to T4. So I think Orange is going to go into the Condor game plan, because of course he will. Condor spam is the meta. And God forbid we do not play the meta. Brown moving down with an impressively sized force of Fidos and shooters. And Cerberus. Oh my. And oh my god, a nuke does finally hit, so I think Green found his target. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. I was watching something else, but yeah, 51 kills on that, so we will say that that nuke landed and took out most of Green's base, or not Green, Purple's base. Art in the chat, obviously frustrated that he has lost. He just gives everything to Red and taps out, so I think Art will be our first ejection from the game. He will be the first player to go the way of the dodo bird after getting nuked. He's going to give everything to Red and then just kind of tap out. But man, like I said, I do think eventually we'll hit a point where having 2 air players is just going to become god tier. Maybe it's after we get the condors. Maybe it's never. Maybe I'm selling you a, maybe I'm selling you a snake oil in believing that 2 air players could actually change the outcome of this game, but we'll see. We will see, my friends. We'll see what happens. Right now, a pounder being made, pounder being created, an experimental unit fabricator on the north side as well. So the Condor game plan is going to be employed by both factions, I think, and we'll have to see how that plays out. But right now, the game is still pretty even despite losing purple. Well, I thought we were going to lose purple. I don't know what he's doing. He gave most of his stuff to red, but he's still in the game for whatever reason. We'll have to see why he's staying in here, but red has a massive army. This is impressive. There's the Cerberus. We've even got the Scorpions for air defense. We've got tons of air defense. So red has built an appropriate amount of air defense here. So many Mantis and the Partisans. But he's putting his air defense first. He needs to send the Chimera and the Cerberus first to tank so that his air defense can stay protected. But I do like that air, red is recognizing the threat. He's reacting appropriately with his composition, so this could work. Here in the middle, light blue, dark green, duking it out. Red finally moving forward. Again, so now he's got his air defense in the back, which makes sense. This is the appropriate positioning. But there are so many Talos. Oh my goodness. What a battle. What a fight. Red has enough air defense, but does he have enough of everything else? He's going to lose a lot of it. He loses his Cerberus, which was really the biggest damage dealer he had. Tempest is going to move in, and oh my god, what just happened? Did that just get nuked? I think it just got nuked. I didn't see it, but I'm pretty sure this nuke just... Yeah. Green just nuked everything, so... Well, Red's army will die. And that's unfortunate, because, it was nice. It was a nice army, but it wasn't enough. Even without the nuke, I think it was going to lose eventually, but the nuke just kind of added insult to injury there, and that will close that chapter of Red's life. But he has built a Demolisher, so 2 Demolishers on the field. 3. And so he's going to be working on the long-range siege weapon game plan instead of the frontal attack that he just tried and didn't work out too well for him. A Decimator now in production. Let's check out the experimental Condor fabricators. How are those going? How's the Condors coming? Right now, we're just building the vehicles, so we haven't quite gotten to the Condor phase. But I assure you, my friends, we will get there. Demolishers are known to be kind of OP this patch, so they are quite strong. I think Red now building Hawks of his own, so Red is definitely trying to keep the skies clear. Oh, what was that? What did I witness? Oh my god, these Demolishers are just terrifying. This is a, man, Red is... FR is playing really well. I'd say he's doing more than his teammates are. Which, I know, in fairness, isn't much. I don't feel like his teammates are doing much of anything. But, we will get there. Oh, no, okay, we're not going for a Condor first, we're going for a Centaur first. That's an interesting choice. You know, the Super Fido. The Overlord. Whatever happened to that, Oh, this is what I was going to ask about. Here's the Pounder. That thing was being built like 20 minutes ago. Finally, it's going to make its way onto the battlefield, and it's going to do what it does best. It's going to start butt-pounding everything in the general vicinity, but there is an Overlord. And lots of harpies flying in. So I think this pounder, spectacular as it may be... Oh my god. And the demolishers get caught a little bit out here. AK's moving in. Little T1 units and a Krogoth in the back. What is happening? This Krogoth is just going to eat Red's army. These poor demolishers are about to become mincemeat, I think. So, wow. What a well-timed Krogoth. What a display. I don't think I've ever seen AKs versus demolishers. That's certainly a matchup that you wouldn't expect in a 5v5. But anything can happen in an escalation game, my friends. Anything can and will happen. But this Krogoth, it's looking scary. We might have to pull out the D-gun to stop this bad boy. Because it's just coming at a perfect time, I think. Where the enemy team just doesn't really have a response. Let's see how much health it has. 69 kills. 70 kills. So this Krogoth could be game ending. Let's keep an eye out for the D-gun. Let's see what the enemy team tries to do to stop this absolute monster. Right now, I'm surprised he's pulling it back. He's going to go for the defenses. The northern team just kind of surrounding the Krogoth, just trying to stop it from moving, which, in fairness, is not a bad strategy. In fact, what in the world? Is it actually getting paralyzed? Guys, it looked like the Krogoth either green just went AFK or the Krogoth got paralyzed, and that surprises me because I did not think that the Krogoth could get paralyzed. So that is an interesting development. There was so many spiders there that maybe they were actually able to stop that thing from moving, and I really thought it would do more. I thought that Krogoth might actually kill Red, or at least take out his ultra vehicle plant, but in the end, it doesn't do much of anything. The Decimator has been completed, a Skynet moving in. So can Green get anything done with this T3 air attack? He's got a Umbra for counter surveillance, counter intelligence. So Red finally moving back down with his own attack. And this time, maybe it works. He's got plenty of demolishers. He's got lots of air defense. There is so much going on. Oh my god, there's a Panopticon. I couldn't even tell you what the heck that thing does. The core experimental unit foundry is finally being produced. Earlier there was a Super Fido in production. Whatever happened to that bad boy? I could not tell you. There's just so much going on. I don't know what happened to the Super Fido. Maybe I missed it. No, here it is. The Centaur finally making its way to the front line. So Red still fighting, but this Zuki's Centaur, very scary. Very terrifying to witness. Oh, here we go. Harpies are moving in to try and stop this. Remember, having two air players means it's going to be tough to attack into them without a ton of air defense, and Brown has almost none. Red usually has a lot. He's on the other side of the map. And Orange with a Centaur of his own. So could this actually get something accomplished? Could it do better than the Krogoth did? It will target the demolishers. This is a good choice. If he can take out these demolishers, I think it'll be worth its weight in gold. He is targeting them down. Here we go. Finally, yellow and green. So now there's 3 players on air, I guess, for the southern team. Look at all those decimators. Holy cow, that could be a critical mass. flying saucers here. Oh, they're going straight for the commander. Did they see him? He's like right here. Did they see him? Oh god, dude, here's his commander. No, it didn't work, guys. It did not work. They were trying to go for the comm snipe. 3 players. 3 players on air. And it still was not enough. I cannot believe that. I cannot believe that with 3 of them, they could not take out Stag's commander. That is an impressive defense by the northern team. What a show. What an attempt, man. That was... I mean, despite the fact that it didn't work, I think that was pretty well coordinated. That was 3 players attempting to snipe Stag. Man, I can't believe that didn't work. But nonetheless, the game goes on, my friends, despite all the protestations. Despite what you have been told. Here comes another nuke. Alright, well, we don't get to see the explosion, apparently, but the effect is the same. We'll take out some of the defenses there at the front. Nothing too, you know, legendary, but look at all the weasels. Look at all the scouts. The southern team has just decided they want to overwhelm the experimentals with sheer numbers of BS. And they're somewhat effective. But, yeah, you know, where does the southern team go from here? That air attack, that fated aerial attempt that just didn't work out. What is the next step? What is the next part of the strategy? And for that matter, what is the northern team's strategy? How are they going to finish off the game? A Gargant? A Gargant might be the answer. What a crazy game this has been. This has just been such a clown fiesta. I mean, it's hard to tell what's even going on. We've got 5 overlords. 5 of blue, right? Or no, light blue. Yeah. So light blue with 5 overlords. Another centaur moving through. Oh my god, so much air defense. More centaurs than I normally see. I don't know if they just made a gentleman's agreement not to build condors. I would expect that we would see them here, because it is Condor game plan. Condor game day, but I haven't seen any of them, which means maybe they just agreed in the lobby not to build them, which I would respect. I would definitely respect. But what a crazy game. We've got centaurs. Yep, we've got lots and lots of those. We got overlords. Man, this overlord spam might actually end up being, you know, the ticket. I don't think I've ever seen that many overlords in one place before. This could be terrifying if light blue could get some assistance from his teammates. Any of the 3 players that went into air, any of them, if any of them came and helped and just got, you know, built some scouts, gave them some vision or something, light blue might be able to just win on his own. Unless this gets nuked. I mean, he could get nuked, obviously. But wow, this is so disgusting to watch. Look at all of the long-range firepower. Dude, that is impressive. What does the northern team do about this? Pink with 1 overlord, but I mean, Lotnik has 5 of these bastards. That cannot be a good situation. Green with another Krogoth, but there is way too much between him and the rest of Red's base. But all eyes on these overlords right now. This is where all the action is happening. This has to be stopped. Something must be done. And it must be done quickly. Is there a nuke? Is there T3 air? Anything? Oh, this one overlord of pinks is getting 5v1'd. It's just not fair. You can't even see it. It's under a constant barrage. A hail of bullets. And it will go down. So, yikes. That's all I have to say. That is a yikes moment for the northern team. And now, blue with the demolishers, the sixth... No, that's... Yeah, the sixth overlord. So, guys, pressure on the west side, and then the southern team, who has, you know, demanded that the game is over so many different times. They have insisted that they've lost, you know, yet once again find themselves in a position where it doesn't look very lost to me. Is it Gargant? I don't know what its function is, but it's big. But holy cow, you know, now Brown bringing a Centaur to try to put a stop to this. 161 kills. Holy freaking cow. And is this one Centaur gonna kill all these overlords? It's kind of like the bull in the china closet. There are demolishers, but this Centaur has already taken out 2 overlords, 3 almost by itself, so it's so unfortunate that, where's the air? I mean, where is the air support? Where are the bombers? Where are the condors? Where's anything from the southern team? Any of the air players could just help this attack finish the game, but they are just... I don't know what they're doing right now. Doing their own things. And most of the overlords have been killed now, which is sad because that was such an impressive attack. It really could have worked. Just a little bit of air support. Just a little bit of air support. Even these decimators. Why didn't he bring in the decimators? Everyone just kind of doing their own thing on the western team. But green deciding that this time this is going to work with 5 decimators instead of 3 or however many he had before. But it's so sad to see this trail of overlord corpses, knowing how well that could have worked, how well it was working. You just needed a little bit of support. Any of these bombers, oh, it's so tragic. It's so tragic, my friends. But alas, that is the escalation way. It is only a team game in spirit. In reality, it is just 5 people trying to one-up each other. Everyone is just circle jerking. Everyone is just trying to prove that they are the main character. So right now, Green attempting his own main character syndrome. He's got the singularity, which... I think the only function of this, guys, honestly, is just to absorb fire. Like, genuinely, I think this thing is just a bullet sponge. And it's not a bad idea, because it gives the decimators time to get into position and perhaps kill Pink. Is he going for Pink again? I think he is. Where is Pink? Here he is. Here's Pink. So he's going to take out a lot of his base, but he doesn't know where his commander is yet. Oh, the happy birthday. He will take out a lot of the eco. He's looking for the Kong. He's right here, but not quite finding it. However, he will find Dark Green's base. Still looking for stagnation. He doesn't know. He's right over him, basically. Oh, but this is still so effective. Another huge chain reaction, and oh my god, if he had just taken out all these heavy fusion reactors, it would have been over, but I mean, he did plenty of damage with that. That was a very, very well timed, very well executed attack from Green, who's now working on a Titan. So Green is really Mr. Mighty Bunny. He's done a lot. Bully has been surprisingly useless this game. Bully is known for being good in these situations, but this game, I don't know. He hasn't done much. But Green has done a lot. That Decimator attack was very effective. He took out most of the eco at the top left, and then... man, look at all the weasels. He's had Krogoths earlier, and now working on that Gargant. Or not, excuse me, the Titan. So, I don't know, guys. I mean... it's still anyone's game, but I think the Southern team, despite all evidence to the contrary, is it's actually... they're actually pretty far ahead. Look at all the weasels. It's lagging my computer. It's lagging the game. It's lagging my brain to see all of these scouts in one place. I don't know what kind of strategy this is. Send it to the gulag, my friends. This is not. This isn't allowed. It's not. It's not halal. It's. It can't be. Well, it's not legal. This Krogoth is just going to get decimated, unfortunately. How many kills did it have? Oh, it only had about 20-some kills, so... unfortunately, that Krogoth won't live to see its next birthday. Another Decimator flying in, but... oh my god, there's just so much air defense. It's not going to get anything done. But the issue is that there's been a massive breach in the northern team's base, and they're trying to close it. But look at all of the scout spam. And now, yellow with potentially a critical mass of hurricanes. That's a lot of them, but I don't know, man. T2 bombers in this situation, it doesn't seem like it's going to cut the mustard. Man, what a crazy game this is, guys. Like, I'm not sure what's going on anymore. Supremacy finally being built. I think that Titan was completed, right? Where is it? I don't know. A Titan was completed. Here we go. They're just slow. So this is the Titan. And, well, despite the fact that the northern team might be behind, they are still very much alive, and they're doing a decent job of defending themselves. But how are they going to win? That's more what I'm interested in. What is the northern team's actual game plan to end the game, to finally claim dominance? I couldn't tell you. It's such a weird game. But we do have a Titan, so like, can the Titan... I mean, these are the game enders, my friends. The Titans are designed to break these sorts of stalemates, and a second one just now rolling off the assembly line. So maybe with the two Titans... oh, please, Green. Please don't send them one at a time. Get your Titans together. Get your ducks in a row. Get everything together. Oh my god, this Titan is stuck. Can't even get out of the factory. I don't like what Green's doing. I think if he combined his Titans, it might be better, but you know what? I'm not here for my analysis. No one's paying me for my commentary. Just let the pros do what they do. But I would like to see this Titan at least get out of the gantry. More attempts by Green to sneak past with his T3 air, but it just isn't working. We've got some Vertigos. The Centaurs are getting swarmed. And this is surprisingly working, despite all the air defense, and there is a decent amount of air defense. So again, that Titan is still there. The second one still, finally, will be moving up. So maybe with the two Titans, we might see... we might see satisfaction. We might see a victory. Look at all of the scouts. That is truly abusive of game mechanics. It is a true abuse of the way that the game is designed. You're not allowed to do this. The Titan finally moving forward. Look at how much carnage it can produce. Oh my god, look at all the scarabs. Got some anti-nukes in there as well. FR covering all his bases. 4 centaurs versus a titan. Now that is not a matchup you see every day. 5 centaurs and a demolisher. Okay, so the second titan is moving in. So with 2 titans, I think he can win. But I don't know. It's going to be interesting. Brown finally moving down, but there's so many demolishers from Bully. So, you know what? Green in full retreat. Oh my god. Are there enough centaurs to just kill the titans? Holy cow, what a battle. I don't think I've ever seen this before. There is enough centaurs to just take out these titans. Jeez Louise, what a crazy fight. Green now once again going into an emotional meltdown. He's too laggy, he can't play. His dog ate his homework. His goldfish caught on fire. His house was wet. Oh my god, I can't believe it. Red built so many centaurs that he just lasered down 2 titans like they were trash. Oh my god, dude. And Brown also breaking through with his centaurs. This is not, guys, this was not Bully's best game. I really don't know what Bully was doing this game. I would be ashamed if I were you, Bully. How could you let it come to this on your own map? The map that is named after you, and you want to play like that? For shame! But, guys, I think that's going to about clean it up. That's going to be the end of this epic 5v5 banger. So now, guys, if you're still here, and I wouldn't blame you if you had already left, you know, God knows, after watching this, you know, your eyes bleed. But I do have a big announcement, guys. Escalation version 10. The ultimate version. Version X, you know, that's what the cool kids are doing now, you know. Oh, you know, here we are in what? 2026, you know, oh, X, you know. So anyways, Escalation version X has finally been released, and that was just a couple days ago. So in a video, probably my next video, I'm going to be doing a whole breakdown of this patch over 13 years of work and blood and sweat and tears being poured into this. And so there's a lot of cool changes coming up. There's a lot of really neat features and new units and ideas and techs. So guys, be on the lookout for that. I've got that video already in the oven right now. And yeah, I'm very excited for the next patch and what it brings. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next cast.